So that night I was at this local watering hole. And I was young and I was younger yet. And then, from the corner of my eye I could see the prettiest dame I've ever seen. Her legs up to here and the waist of a pine cone. Her makeup looked as though it had been painted on by a machine to reach the level of perfection it was on. That's when I realized it was a Barbie doll and I was in Toys R Us. Shortly thereafter I got kicked out and charged with indecent exposure to minors. Learn from my mistakes, kids. Based on a true story. Oh, and by the way, you guys should buy my new autobiography. And guess what? I'm only 21. Now I'm just playing, but hey, what's up you guys, Fredrik here. And for this video, I looked long and hard for something to talk about because the news is not really that funny nowadays. Like, let's look at some of the major headlines for the last couple of weeks, okay? Like, we got the spicy mima water. We got the Pollars going at it, and oh yeah, the fact that World War III is one step closer, and with it, the sweet release of death. Like oh boy, I just can't wait. Okay, that's not even funny. Hey, Simba wanted to be king. I want to be nuked. Dream big, guys. Fair point. And so this week, in order to break from the horrors that is the real news, I decided to talk about something that isn't real news. Like The Independent. The Independent is a British online newspaper company. Hang on, newspaper company? But Fred, you said this week wouldn't be about real news. Okay, yes, I know I said that, but hear me out. You know I'm right, so shut the fuck up. And I want to talk about some stupid stuff. So, The Independent. It was founded on October the 7th, 1986, so making it roughly 31 years old. One would think with roughly 91 years of experience and learning in the arts of fine, dignified journalism, it would know what not to talk about and what to talk about and what to say when they talk about the stuff that they shouldn't and should talk about. We all know where this is going. And so I went scrolling on Twitter the other day to find something fun to cover because, again, real news is scary. And I believe I found a sunken treasure chest, guys. Here it is. Let it sink in. Just bask in the glory of the real mainstream media, guys. 2017. We made it, guys. We made it. A new statue of Margaret Thatcher would be vandalized. But is that really such a bad thing? And the main opener to the story, as we can see in this tweet, is there's nothing wrong with vandalizing the Thatcher statue. I want to know 3 things. 1, what are these people smoking? 2, who is their dealer? And 3, where can I get his number though? Like low key, I need to get me in on that. But all seriousness, what is actually going on right here? The Independent, again, is a 31-year-old fucking news company. And here they are promoting vandalism. Because that makes sense. I know Margaret Thatcher was a bad person, but you literally can't twist this to be non-promotion of vandalism. And just to remind everyone, vandalism is a crime? Remember when they put Mohawk on Churchill? That was back in the 2000s. During an anti-capitalism protest that turned into a riot. Interestingly, it was an ex-soldier who decided to take a strip of turf from the Parliament Square and give old Winnie a modern hairstyle. Yeah guys, remember hearing about that act of vandalism? Hang on a second, this article is about Margaret Thatcher. So what the fuck are we talking about Churchill? Some Reddit frantically wondered whether the old boy, basically a punk in a frock coat, would have enjoyed the joke. Then again, his wife Clementine had a famous oil painting of Sir Winston by Graham Sutherland burned because they disliked it so much. Sutherland called this burning of his artwork presented to Churchill to mark his 80th birthday in 1954 an act of vandalism. And just to clarify, the burning of that painting wasn't vandalism. It was dickheadism. Because you see, they burnt private owned property in this case. They burnt something that was given to them. They burnt a present. So, whilst burning a birthday present isn't vandalism, it's dickheadism. So that doesn't work out right there, Independent. Sorry to burst your bubble. I wonder what Margaret Thatcher would make of the proposal to put a statue of herself in the Parliament Square too. The idea has come on the great idea of attack, something she was well used to. What was that? What was with the last bit with the brackets? Like, was that supposed to be a joke? Because you thought I'd say it wasn't funny. And I know that's saying a lot coming from me, but hear me out. It'd be like saying this. Hey Mark, you know what I heard? Steven's gay! Meaning he likes cock. Like, yeah, it's an obvious thing. Margaret Thatcher isn't popular, and arguably she never was during her lifetime. I mean, Christ, literally if you search reasons Margaret Thatcher is blank, these results will come up. 10 reasons why Margaret Thatcher is one of Britain's most hated politicians, instantly followed by, why is Margaret Thatcher so hated in the UK? Like, okay, the main objection to this project seems to be that there's a fear of vandalism going around. Something the Independent wants to have happen, need I remind you. And I can understand that. I can understand why they wouldn't want to waste money on something to be vandalized. That is just a dickhead move. And there's recorded history of Margaret Thatcher statues being vandalized. I mean, you don't need to look very far. You can literally look to 2002 when someone decided to decapitate a Margaret Thatcher statue. Not to mention the fact that when Margaret Thatcher died, some communities in the UK literally hosted parties to celebrate her death. But I digress, now let's read the rest. The statue of the woman who changed the face of Britain for a decade and whose legacy lives on deserves to be the target of artistic, vandalistic and intellectual interest. It would be fascinating to see what would happen to it and why. Okay, yeah, no, I'm just gonna be honest here. Fuck the Independents. Again, they're promoting vandalism, which is a crime. You can be against Margaret Thatcher all you want. Hell, I've started looking into politics a lot more nowadays, and I decided to look to the bigger names in politics, and her name was at the top of my list. And whilst I don't agree with all of her political choices, I would never promote vandalism of anything related to her. Just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean you have the right to vandalize their fucking statues. Who the fuck wrote this? Who wrote this? Sean O'Grady. Sean O'Grady. I hate to tell you this, but grow the fuck up. You're advocating for vandalism. Hell, it even seems like you're begging for it. And why? What the fuck did she ever do to you? Are you one of the kids whose milk she stole? Are you still mad about that? Okay, like, listen. Okay, listen. Again, I do not like everything about Margaret Thatcher. And I didn't like her back when I was younger because, of course, I wasn't into politics. But looking at it now, I don't like her, but I don't dislike her. But I do have respect for her. And the artistic, vandalistic, and intellectual interest of vandalism that you claim this statue to be serving off is honestly pathetic, to say the least. You're advocating for people who have a problem with the way things currently are to go out and vandalize a statue of someone who arguably made things the way they are. And claiming she's the only bad politician that England has ever had, or will ever had, or is currently having, need I add, is fucking ridiculous. But again, Sean, you're advocating for vandalism instead of, oh, I don't know, going out and making your voices heard through the elections and voting system. Or are you gonna release an article soon saying how the voting system in England is rigged? Or, come on, don't do that. Like, you want things to change? Make them change, but not by vandalism. But they won't listen to our arguments, so instead we'll just destroy things. What a fucking brilliant idea! Hey Sean, you're a terrible writer. Had I been your boss, Sean, I would have fired you. I would have issued an apology to the family of Margaret Thatcher, any living family member. It doesn't matter if it's the third great aunt's granddaughter's cousin. And lastly, I would have donated to the building of the statue, but not only that, also to the upkeep, and donate to make sure that the statue would be protected. And just to spite you on a personal level, I put in a request that Margaret Thatcher would hold a glass of milk. Or I just put up a statue of Margaret Thatcher holding a glass of milk inside the Independence Halls. In your old office, just to spite you. And if you have a cubicle, where your cubicle was. Again, solely to spite you. And again, just thought I'd say, I understand that Margaret Thatcher was hated. And I'm not trying to say that you can't have a narrative as a news organization. Every news organization has a narrative. Fox is the right, the CNN is the left. It's obvious. As a news organization, you are free to promote whatever fucking politician however you want. But advocating for violence and destruction isn't the way to change anything. You fucking morons. Go out and make your voices heard without causing violence, without causing vandalism, without smashing windows because the patriarchy, because feminism, because BLM. I'm FredSays, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, favorite if you really enjoyed, and comment down below what you thought of this article. Do you agree with my opinion? Do you disagree? I want to know. Also, tell me down below if there's a topic you want me to cover, and I'll look into it. But until next time, guys, take care and peace. Fucking Independence cunts.